Okay, so this is the continuous exchange condition, and our RBC is responsible for this. I'm writing RBC always with red color because RBC is known as red blood cell, and it is having a component, okay, which is known as hemoglobin. Okay, hemoglobin, and the short form of hemoglobin is HB. So it helps to exchange of gases. Okay, in plant you studied about stomata, which helps to exchange gases, and here this hemoglobin can carry both oxygen and CO2. Okay, better if you learn about oxygen, so it helps to carry oxygen, and this is the pigment which carry oxygen. Okay, it can also carry carbon dioxide. Okay, so it can carry both these things, and it can deliver these things to all over. Okay, so it is just like a flow. Okay, there is nothing exchange. Okay, all of them are flowing in their own way. Okay, all of them are coming here, all these RBCs are coming here. This is alveoli, they are exchanging their condition with alveoli, and further alveoli is exchanging their condition with bronchiole. Okay, so further there is exchange as these alveoli is changing their condition, higher oxygen or lower carbon dioxide, whatever the condition it is having. Okay, it is exchanging their condition with this. Okay, this bronchiole, and again this alveoli is exchanging their condition with this. Okay, so this blood vessel is actually passing over it. It is not merging. Okay, it is not something merging, it is passing over this by exchanging this. So just come, exchange your condition and flow on. Just come, exchange your condition. Okay, here there is a release of carbon dioxide from our body. Okay, and there is a delivery of oxygen to our body tissues, definitely, and tissues will produce carbon dioxide by the process of respiration. So it will get flow, there is a flow. Okay, so none of them exchange anything with each other, there is a just flow. That's why we know how blood flows in our body, and blood exchange their condition, gaseous condition. Okay, with this alveoli, and deliver oxygen to tissues, and again there is a continuous flow all our body to exchange the gases. So this is the exchange of gases, and this condition will take less than I can say it will take less than second. Okay, to provide. Okay, here it take oxygen and here it give oxygen, so it will take less than a second for our blood to provide oxygen. So there is RBC and there is hemoglobin which can transport oxygen to our body rather than the simple diffusion process, and it may take 3 to 4 hours, and from here to here, if this pipe wants to give oxygen to our body, blood pipe, it will take less than 1 second. Okay, and again the carbon dioxide which is originate, definitely it will originate, it will again go to this. Okay, so this is my alveoli. Okay, there is a O2 carrying pipe. Okay, and there is a CO2 giving pipe. Okay, and this whole circle will take less than seconds to continuous this pathway, and each and every cell of our body can get oxygen in very few seconds, in less than second. Okay, so simple diffusion pathway, like exchange of gases from one cell to another cell to another cells, but there is nothing exchange, all of them are free and all of them are in their free mood. Okay, you just take oxygen and move all over this. Okay, so there is a free flow, there is nothing exchange. So simple diffusion is something related to with exchange, simple diffusion is something related to with exchange, something is going in this and out this. Okay, so there is no simple diffusion. Diffusion just takes place only in alveoli, either alveoli will react with this bronchi, there is a simple diffusion, or alveoli will react to this blood vessel to exchange of the gases. Only alveoli, if anything is in contact with alveoli, there will be simple diffusion, other than this there is no simple diffusion. So the flow is very fast, the only thing which takes time is simple diffusion. So this alveoli take oxygen from this bronchi. Okay, these alveoli take oxygen from these bronchi, it will take oxygen from this bronchi. Okay, and it will give this oxygen to blood vessel. Okay, it will give this oxygen to blood vessel, it will take oxygen to this bronchi, this pipe. Okay, and it will give oxygen to these blood vessels. This is the thing. Okay, this is the only thing. This is bronchi. They take oxygen from these bronchi and just release this oxygen to this part. Okay, second thing, take carbon dioxide from body waste, okay, from these blood vessel, take carbon dioxide and again release this in bronchi so that it can go outside through exhalation. This is the process, simple process. Okay, so if you have any doubt you can ask me, and I am starting my new topic. Okay, uh, that the question is how oxygen and carbon dioxide is transported. So carbon dioxide and oxygen is transported in our body, a process which is known as respiration, and you learned about the oxygen of gases, where simple diffusion occurs and where normal flow occurs. Okay, after that I want to tell you about the structure of blood. Okay, I want to tell you the structure of blood. Okay, so blood flows in blood pipes. Okay, and there is no blue and red color of blood. I draw red color of blood. Okay, I will use red color of blood. Then I will see that there is high oxygen and there is less carbon dioxide. Then I will show that blood is this color. Okay, and if I'm using this color, okay, it shows me that it is having very less carbon dioxygen and very high amount of carbon dioxide. Depends from where it is originated. If this something we want to study near tissues, and definitely tissues have utilized all of the oxygen, and that's why tissues have produced carbon dioxide. So this is something near body tissue, and this is something near our lung, because the lung has fresh oxygen and it is having more amount of oxygen. So blood vessels can be differentiated into two colors. Okay, I will use same thing. Okay, now what is blood? Blood is made up of three things. First of all, blood is made up of RBC, red blood cell, which is having hemoglobin, and the main purpose of hemoglobin to take oxygen and carbon dioxide and transport it all over body. Okay, and transport and exchange this to with alveoli. Okay, second is known as WBC, which is white in color, and third is platelets. Okay, platelets, you can't ignore this because we have to learn about this. These are plate in this shape is like plate, so they are known as platelets. Okay, so first of all, other than this, there is some liquid part. There is three type of cell, and other than this there is liquid part in our blood, and this liquid part is known as plasma. Okay, so three cell component: WBC, RBC, platelets, and liquid part is known as plasma. Okay, so we know that RBC helps to exchange the gases, and the hemoglobin, don't forget about this, that hemoglobin helps to transport both oxygen and carbon dioxide all over the body. WBC helps to protect us from germs like coronavirus, bacteria, whatever. And platelets help to coagulate blood. Okay, we will learn this about this in another classes. Okay, so we are going to learn about that plasma. The plasma is liquid part which is present in our blood. Okay, it is the liquid part, and it is yellowish in nature. Our blood actually looks red because of these RBC, but the actual color of plasma is yellow. Okay, so blood looks red because of this RBC. Okay, whole blood component is not red, and WBC is white in color, and platelets are not exactly colorless, light yellow, and another part which is known as liquid part of our blood, which is plasma, which is yellowish in our color. Okay, so the color of blood which is provided to our blood, okay, color of blood, this is because of RBC. Okay, so yellow color of plasma, and plasma is having so many things. Okay, right now I'm just talking about that liquid part of our blood. You know that our blood is liquid. Okay, and right, I'm not talking about plasma. So plasma is liquid part. Okay, and plasma is yellow in color. Okay, and as we know that RBC helps to exchange gases, WBC helps to improve our immunity, and platelets help in coagulation of blood. I will tell you this later on. The work of plasma is to carry nutrient all around. Okay, nutrient, whatever you eat will go to all to your body part. Okay, suppose you are having headache and you eat something painkiller, so it will go to your head. you are not putting anything directly into your head. You have eaten this, but each and everything will go to every part of our body. So this carrying pattern is done by this liquid part, so that this plasma which is present, this is the main component of our blood which makes our blood liquid. It is yellowish in color, and it carries nutrients, all of the nutrients, and it carries salts, various type of salts, okay, and nitrogen waste. We'll study about nitrogen waste, okay, nutrients. Okay, so they are present in plasma, and plasma carry all of these things to all of our body, and they are fluid part. Don't forget, blood is having cellular part and blood is having fluid part. So fluid part is taken all around by these plasma. And same time, we need our body needs nutrient all over. Okay, our skin and everything needs nutrient, because sometimes we need to develop, we need to grow, or sometimes our skin get damaged, so we need to correct our wound, we need to heal our wound, we need to grow our height, we need to grow our nails, we need to grow our hair, each and everything. So these plasma carry all of the nutrients, and with nutrients it also carries some salts, nitrogen wastes, and other nutrients and minerals. Okay, so right now I'm finishing my class, and we will have a next class on tomorrow. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. Okay, and I forgot to discuss your paper, which I will discuss you on tomorrow in the beginning of our class.